Welcome back to the Gates of Armantar. I'm Chris, and today we're going over one of these 4 zines. It's going to be this one. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we're going to start off at the very beginning. I think it was the first one I made, and the philosophy behind why I decided to make this zine. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So we have one issue of the Morning Tide Gazette. I'm not sure. I might do more. I don't know. But this is an in-world artifact for my novel, The Architect's Cage. The greatest novel never sold because I'm not into the whole publishing thing at the moment. I just wanted to write a novel. I wrote a novel. It's got zines in it. No, it's got this zine in it, which is basically an in-universe newsletter that gets magically delivered to certain individuals within the book and tells them about current affairs within the supernatural world. So as you can see here on the very start, on the very front page, we've got 3 dead in Boarman attack. A Boarman is very much like a were-pig, were-boar type creature, and it's on the loose. And it needs investigating and stuff. And this is what this magazine is supposed to do. It's supposed to give supernatural hunters insight into what's happening, if there's any big cases that need to be cracked open and closed, and yeah, it's that sort of thing. It's tongue-in-cheek at times, it's got little bits of lore, but enough about me just rambling on about it. Let's just actually get in and let's just take a look for ourselves. As you can see from the very get-go, this is a very grunge style magazine. It was printed in gloss, so we've got that nice little shine to it, and I can't remember the actual stock of paper used. I get more impression if printed. This was a matte cover and a thicker paper just because of you can actually doodle in this one. We'll go into that another day. That's for another time. But yeah, so the Morning Tide Gazette. The name tried to get something that's quite underworldy, and Gazette is just a better name for a newspaper. Issue 1. Now, originally this was going to be a monthly thing that I was going to do month by month, but because I was writing and editing at the same time with this book, I didn't want to kind of commit myself to that sort of thing. But we have our title and then a little section about what's inside. So we've got local and international news, an article on defaced fairy circles, rudimentary lore on fairies. So there's kind of a fairy heavy situation within the zine. January, save the dates, again, just because when this is published to kind of fit inside with the book, but I think that the times are out. No, the times are in. The main character does come across this zine in a January type period, and then we have the Armantar Gate. So the Gates of Armantar is the name of this country. No, it's not. We're not a country yet. Is the name of this channel, and there is some also rudimentary lore on the Gates of Armantar. So yeah, that's kind of where I got the channel name from after kind of writing and coming up with this concept within the book. So, 3 dead in Boarman attack. Boarman rampage, I can't even read. So yeah, we're not going to go into, I'm not going to read everything because that'd be boring, but we've got the Boarman continued down to here. Little dodgy picture of a boar-like creature running across a pool. We have other news. This actually fits in with the book. There is a scene in the book where our main character Tiffany is it's set in London, so she's down by the Thames and she sees something swirling in the water down by the Thames. That's this kind of almost like a Thames Loch Ness monster type creature. Then we go into missing hikers and other little small articles that are just snippets of what could be potentially a much larger story, a much more interesting narrative. So a cursed 1920s mirror retrieved by specialists. We've got stuff blacked out as well because we're going to protect the public's identity when needed. Very interesting to do with statues here. Equestrian statue of William III in Bristol has been witnessed by at least 5 mundanes, mundanes being people who are not part of this supernatural world, as both the horse and the rider have now turned to face an eastern direction on Christmas Day. So that ties in with the story that there's events that's happening and angels inhabit statues. That's how we have angels on earth in a strange little way, that their like spiritual essence is present in statues, and I'll go into a bit more detail in that in the second book that I'm writing. But it's a concept. Angels are amongst us, but they just watch us all the time from statues, which is a bit creepy because there's statues everywhere, especially very old statues in graveyards and stuff like that. Infernal artifact stolen, and then celebrations to someone who's retired. We have an advert for the archive. The archive is this supernatural database of all knowledge, tomes, text, not located on Earth or the Prime in this book. It is located in a place called Sanctuary, which is in a subsphere of Earth called Midian. That's a video for another time. We don't need to go into that. But yeah, we've got little things like this, that price increase, and then there's a sticker over the price increase to get access to these archives. I just thought was kind of a little bit humorous, and it's like, oh well, what are you actually paying? You don't know. But a lot of stuff in this book, especially when we get to like the classified section later on, is all in gold. So everything is paid for in gold. So if you see like 5 ounces, like a 5 ounce reward, or an extra reward in ounces, it's to do with ounces in gold. Lore on fairies. No, this isn't the lore on fairies. This is the circles defaced. So a little article on a situation that's happened, and when this zine goes free to download, you can take a closer look at all that. But some historical art just slapped in there. A blank witness sheet, if you ever need one of those, and then we have our important dates in January. So this is very like pagan-esque, but yeah, it's cool. There's some actual like real stuff in there, which I found. Classified section, again, this plays into a big part of the narrative of The Architect's Cage, and its next instalment, which would be like priest skulls. So the main magic shop in this book has access to priest skulls, which can be used as supernatural weapons. It destroys the skull, but it deals a high damage yield against supernatural creatures. So we've got stuff like Silvercraft, priest skulls, Black is But a Colour, which is like a 2nd edition tome. We have gunsmiths, an auction at Rorschach Abbey. Rorschach is Roach. I can't even read. Roach Abbey is mentioned in the book, but it is this kind of like hospital prison area. It's a real place. It's ruins. So I thought that there could be like a magical-esque door to where people who are hunters who are injured can get aid, and there's like holding cells, and occasionally they will auction off various items as well. Trained dogs, and a shopping trip to Midian being this subsphere, and we should have mention of the Armantar gate, maybe. No, that's just an advert. That individual, ID 009982, is not telling us how he's getting to Midian. We have potion craft with Mama Proden. Again, just little things that you might see in like a normal over-the-counter magazine. So potions, which are just random stuff. Rudimentary lore on fairies. Again, bits of it are covered up and stuff just to add a bit of mystery into what's actually being told. But yeah, this can go and you can have a greater read of this when we actually come around to putting it available, because there's areas like this here which, after getting it printed off, I only noticed that I made a mistake, and I still need to go through and spell check and grammatize all this. So we have some international news as well, and then we have a big one-page spread of the Armantar Gate, which is a magical. It's probably there's probably 3 or 4, I think, in the world's lore now that still exist, and it's an easy way of crossing from the physical plane of Earth to where we are, the Prime, to Midian, which is kind of geographically identical, but politically and like culturally different. And then as we're coming towards the end of the zine, we've got a little respite section where you can put your lore to test, Sudoku, word search, test your knowledge on various things. So some of these answers will be found in previous, like the fairy thing. Fairies crave sugar, gold, or children. You know, if you know, you know. Obituaries, who's died in the world, influential hunters or service personnel. And then at the back here, this is it. That was the zine. We've got a wanted for someone who's been who's part of this community, who's been doing a naughty thing, and then we've got statistics. So the current threatening index for the United Kingdom is 2 out of 5 stars, 4 cases pending, 6 closed, 48 open. So the hunters, the investigators, they're always behind and trying to, prevent bad things from happening. Creature and monstrosity sighting 5 and 3 slain, so that would be like the boar man has been sighted. This is an ongoing case. We've got here a reward has been issued from the collective to a sum of 4 ounces for the proof of the boar man's termination. Be in the knowledge, happy hunting. And then old QR code, old channel name, which I was going to do but didn't, so that needs to be updated. And yeah, that's it. Survival is never guaranteed is kind of the tagline to these books. Anyone can die at any time because it is a very dangerous world. And then that is it. That is the Morning Tide. It is short, it is simple. It probably took me a couple of weeks just to, to make and to like grunge up and find the images that I wanted. But yeah, if you're interested in this, I will push it through to become a natural download. But until then, I'm Chris, this is the Gates of Armantar, and I'll catch you in the next one.